Salut! Pregătește-te pentru un Speedcast Restograf în engleză. Jakob Hausmann, creative mind and a funny guy. Eu sunt Radu Călin, gazda voastră. For Romanian, please press 1, like, share and subscribe.
And we have in our dialect the r in the backside, like the French people. R.
But you don't speak French. I mean, in the dialect, right? You don't have any French.
We have in Switzerland,
Yeah, but in the western part, right?
in the western part, yeah. But the situation was for me in the school was not allowed to take this r. I must make this r.
Oh, wow.
It's a difference, and I have to learn. And when I make a diktat or something, a presentation of something, and I have to speak,
Yeah.
the teacher was very bad with me when I don't use this in the front.
Oh,
And
that's really hard, I guess.
yes,
Because,
but this is the way how was 60 years ago to school, 55 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, when I enter in Romania, my first TV show what I have
Yeah.
was for Unilever.
Yeah.
Șef Knorr câștigător.
Șef Nor câștigător?
Da, faceți câștigător. Asta a fost ideea, da. Și acolo a fost foarte... I was very happy because I have this in the back.
The Knorr.
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 Da.
That's really funny. So welcome, Jakob.
Welcome, Radu.
At our Speedcast, let's say it this way. Today we're at the food service and hospitality expo,
Yeah.
and Jakob is our how do you say? I have it in not the host, but the one that you're invited in our show. Jakob, can you take us back to the in the past and tell us what did inspire you to become a chef?
First of all, when you go in Switzerland in the school, you don't think about to be a chef.
But what were you thinking about?
The situation, you go because you have pleasure and you have in your soul to be a cook. And you must think in Switzerland is another way in this time 50 years ago. You go in the school 3-4 locations to work 2-3 weeks like a statist.
Like a practice?
Like the praxis. And after you receive a permit, you are a talented or you're not talented. Very simple.
So how was your case? Were you talented?
Yes, because I have 3 good revise. And with 3 revise, I receive a good position, a good location where I can make the school. I make the school in one of the first Michelin restaurants in Switzerland. This was on the airport, Top Air. You can imagine Top Air was the first class restaurant on the airport for the guests who fly.
Okay.
And there was guests what pay for a ticket to go to New York or to go to everywhere in the world with $5, $10, $20,000 one ticket.
Oh, that's not the business class? It's better than the business class, right?
This
It's the
is
first class.
This was first class and business class, but the ticket was so expensive 50 years ago.
10,000, 15,000. Yeah.
And I have the chance to make there my school of cook.
Now? Or no, then.
Then 50 years ago.
So you are also an apprentice. Do you remember who was the chef?
Was Mr. Hook.
Mr. Hook.
Mr. Hook, and was also Mosiman.
Mm-hmm.
Alphonse Mosiman, he was one of the trainer of us, Tony Mosiman. And this was a great school, tough school, because in this time was not like now that they kiss you and they be loved with you. When you make a shit, you was beat it. No, serious, this cannot imagination now, but 50 years ago when you make a shit, you feel the shoes, the fuss from your chef in your last pot.
Oh, wow.
And
very severe, right? He was very severe.
this is, you must understand, the kitchen, it's a very strong business. It's not a lovely business what you, like, the people touch you with hand shoes.
No.
No, it's a strong business. It's a tough business with a lot of power. And for this, we have still now not so many women. In my age was not women, was just men. The women don't resist in this power. Because you was a cook. Even when you was in the school to be a cook, you was trained in this strong way to go inside to resist. And
Can you tell me more about your journey from Switzerland to Romania? How did you end up over here?
it's a time in June 1990. I entered the first time in Romania
Yeah.
after the revolution.
Yeah.
Because I have in my company with what I work was a Romanian immigrant, but around from Romania because he was in the team of Ceausescu and he must go.
Yeah.
And he tell me, listen, now Romania, it's free, can come, we make business in Romania. And with this, I entered the first time in Romania. I had luck. I find some people who take me my money.
Oh, the usual encounter in Romania, right?
But this is not the fault of Romania, it's my fault because I had blue eyes and I don't have the mentality for the business like it's making because I was, still now I'm a very open person. When you tell me, listen, I have a good business, cost you 1,000 euro, you make me a nice presentation, I give you this 1,000 euro and make the business.
Because this is how it works in your country. Like
Yes,
your
a shake hand.
like shake hand, that's it.
You can make 100 papers, it's not in the same valuta, like one shake hand and look in the eyes to man, we do it. And this was how I was trained from my father, from the school, from my professionality.
Wow.
And here in Romania, it was not the same. But this is not
what was the first business that you put up on, like the money?
export import.
Export import. Okay.
Yes. And I put approximately $50,000 in a company to make clothes in Brasov. I make the transaction with a Swiss company, Bernina, make machines for
Well, yeah. For
production.
tailoring. Right?
Yes, and I make a nice factory, everything. And after I go back in Switzerland, after 6 months, I come back and I look it.
Nothing happened.
No, the factory don't exist anymore.
Doesn't exist anymore. Wow. So from that point, how did you end up like being a chef in Romania?
No, the situation is I go back after in Switzerland.
Yeah.
I divorced 28 years ago.
Yeah.
And I had two apartments in Romania. This was the only things what I have after the divorce in Switzerland. Because in Switzerland, when you divorce, this is like you put a man naked on the airplane and tell, listen, trombone, go far away. And these two apartments was the only one what I have. And with this, I come back. And I start my new life in Romania.
Like a new journey. But
Yes.
did you know any Romanian at that time?
No, nobody. I come here like without language, just English, French, Italy, German.
Wonderful story. Wonderful story.
This is when you have nothing anymore.
Yeah.
And you know Romania to this time was a very cheap country.
Yeah.
You can make with a small money a good life.
Yeah.
And you have two apartments what are yours, you don't have to pay rent, was the first step to come here.
Yeah.
And
But you also had a lot of know-how, right? So coming
Yes.
from another country like Switzerland, you also had a lot of know-how.
Yes, but this was not in my way to work with this know-how because I believe I must make something else what give me more quickly money. But everything what I do was not successful for long term.
Yeah.
And after I meet my wife, my actual wife, we are now 25 years married.
Very nice.
And we open in our first restaurant in June 98 in Ikoane. This was my first restaurant, Mica Elveție.
Nice.
This was for me a dream because in Switzerland to have your own restaurant, it's with a lot of money
Yeah.
because you need $150,000 to $200,000 to this time because it's a lot of investment, its costs, its rent. And here in Romania, I sell one of the apartment, I take $80,000. With this $80,000, I make my restaurant. And
How many places
There was-
had the restaurant?
there was 80 places inside,
Yeah.
and on the terrace I was approximately 60 places on the terrace.
Yeah. So how is your menu like composed? Like it was like based on Switzerland, or was it like international menu?
No, the beginning they tell me because I don't know what to do. I want to make a combination. Generally, I want just make a Swiss restaurant. And my chef of Saal tell, no, this is not working. You must make also Romanian, because the old restaurant Moldova, how was the restaurant before? It's based on ciorba, mamalica, sarmale, mici. These the people want them. Okay, we do it. After 6 months, we stop it.
Why?
Was not working.
Okay.
This is like, it's not fish, it's not bird. It don't have a line.
So you had to change.
Yeah, I make a timeout.
Yeah.
I make the whole renovation in the restaurant, and we make just Swiss. And for this, the name also was Mica Elveție. That was from the newspapers Formulas, was a journalist there.
Yeah, I know.
And tell me, Corina was her name, and she write in the article, in Icoane deschis un nou restaurant, la fel un Mica Elveție. She am întrebat, I asked her, it's allowed to use this name, and from this name, in 1990, in February, we take the name Mica Elveție.
Very nice.
And from this moment, I make this meat on the stone. I was the first owner who take this meat on the stone from Switzerland here. We make fondue, we make raclette, we make really just Swiss food. We have in 2 months, from 12 o'clock to 12 o'clock, the restaurant permanent full. Without reservation, you don't have a chance. And we really make good money. Because to this time was not like now, everybody calculated and do it this. Because I don't have a concurrence. Because the cheese fondue, nobody knows what it costs, the cheese fondue.
Yeah, but how was regarding the suppliers? Was it easy to find the products that you needed, or I think it's like you're the first that imported the cheese from Switzerland or
Everything,
right?
I can, to this time was 20% of the stuff what I receive here. The meat was making just for me from the company Angst. They make just the meat for me. They cut it. When I spoke with Mr. Angst, listen, Urs, I need musculets de vita. Wow, you need musculets? I'm happy. I don't have to put in the sausage because it's the most expensive meat. And he make for me this musk de vita after entrecote de vita, and this is maturated for me. And with this, I make my good name of the meat, because to this time, we have some problems in Romania with the meat.
Yeah, I know.
The people know to make chicken and pork, but not beef. This was not the way how they use it to make medium, to make rare, because the cooks don't have the know-how for this. And with the meat on the stone, I have this possibility, because I give them the meat rare, and they can make on the stone how they like it. And was not just eating, there was a celebration, there was a work, was something special.
Yeah.
And the people was crazy about this. And when you go today in a restaurant and you see a ciorba de vacuța.
Yeah.
In all the restaurants where it's ciorba de vacuța, it's not the quality, the question, the price. In this time, for me, when I make Zürcher geschnetzeltes cu cartofi rasch, nobody calculated, because this is Switzerland, this must be expensive. And we have prices.
You have what?
Good prices.
We have very good prices?
Yes. We
Is
make
it
good
still
profit.
open today?
No. We close it in 2019 in December.
Wow. That was like perfect timing for the pandemics, right?
3 months after 3 months was the pandemic and was lockdown. I have really somebody in the sky loves me, and was the right moment, because you can imagine you have 10,000 euro rent for the location. You have 35 employees, a salary cost of 40,000 euro by month. This means 50,000 euro was my fixed cost without profit. With other words, I must produce first $50,000 After was my first dollar for me.
Yeah.
And when you have the location close, you respect the rent, you respect the salary. How long you can stay with $50,000 by month? And it's not possible.
It is not.
And for me, was very, very nice in the moment to close it. Of course.
Did you plan it, or?
Yes, because I have 2 important contracts.
Yeah.
And my restaurant was based on me.
Yeah.
I have a very nice experience. When I was a lot of time in the TV. I make 12 years TV in Romania. And some clients are coming to me, listen, when I want to see you, I have to go to open the TV.
And I'll
There I see you,
Yeah.
but not anymore in the restaurant. And I find out it's true. The people are coming for me in the restaurant. And in this time, I tell to my wife, listen, we have the company in Germany, but make me a good contact for the image of them. The second is we make for Blue Air, the catering for the airlines. And they give me a good contract for the new kitchen, what they do. And all three things, restaurant, the catering, and the image in Germany is not possible. Let's cut the restaurant because we have enough. We make 25 years our restaurant. We was all the time in the top in Romania. Let's make a break for you, for me.
So now you're dealing with the new contracts, and what are you doing in the present time?
The situation was in the pandemic was also the airline lockdown, was also Germany blocked. For me was 2 years, nothing to work.
Oh, so that was like some sabbatic years.
Yes,
Did you enjoy them, or it was like really hard for you?
it was hard for me because you don't have plans. You don't know when it's finished. You know it's possible, it's not possible. The marketing in Germany, it's also changing because they know also not the time. You know, Blue Air was locked down also.
Yeah.
They have grounding. They start again, but now they're bankrupt. I lose everything what I had in my life until now. I keep my name, my know-how, and my beautiful wife.
Very nice.
And
Sorry for interrupting, but I wanted to pass to the next question. If I want to open a restaurant with my know-how from now as a client, what would be 3 advices that you would give me?
forget. No, look, I will never open again a restaurant in the condition how we have now on this world.
Why?
It's the way how we owners, what invest money, are treated from the employers. Like when we search a cook, when we search a waiter, we are the people now want to make please. We cannot even force something to do it, to respect our rules, to respect our way in the front of the clients. Because I don't make the money with my cook. I make the money with the client. The client is coming and bring me the money. I must make him happy, not my cook, not my waiter. I must keep them just in the right way, how I have to keep them with respect, with attention, with all the things, with a good salary.
Yeah.
But I don't must make day by day, please. Or when he make a shit, I tell him, listen, what the fuck you do it? And listen, I don't come tomorrow anymore.
Oh, this is like what happens in the industrial kitchen, right?
Yes,
In
and this
Romania.
is now the normal way.
Yeah.
I have friends what have restaurants what tell, listen, we have 3 days closed in a week because we don't have enough people. I cannot have a full restaurant because when the restaurant is full, my cooks are pissed off because they have to work more. I must find a balance. In what for world we exist when I pay rent, I pay salary, I pay taxes, I pay all imposts. Now the impost in Romania is going up of 19% TVA. I have just costs. How I'm treated because I give this chance to work. 28 years ago when I opened the restaurant, a fost $100 și bucătar a fost, mulțumesc șeful, ce lucrează mine, da, mulțumesc.
But today, how is it? Like,
Today,
what's the price?
there are a lot of wishes
A lot of wishes,
from them. The first they ask, what is my salary? How many hours I have to work? And how many free days I have? This is the 3 questions. They don't have any more, not all, sorry, I speak approximately 80-90%, 80-85%. They are not here to give me something, they're here to take me something. And this is the difference. Because gastronomy, and this is what we speak yesterday before.
Yeah.
Gastronomy, it's not a punctual hour, days job. Gastronomy, it's a job of heart, of feeling, of emotion. Because when you enter in my restaurant, doesn't matter I have the best food. When I'm in a asshole and I don't give you a nice atmosphere, you don't come back. even when the food it's not the best, but I feel good in this house. It's a very nice patron, it's a nice chef, it's a very nice waiter. This is it's the visit card, what he see in the moment, and the food, it's good. In this moment, the restaurant is working. This is now the secret. And this to find, these people who give me this, it's hard to find them.
Of course, you have to have a lot of heart and emotions, but in the background, in the kitchen, there's a lot of technical stuff going on, right?
In one way, yes.
And it's like a machine. What is the biggest challenge in the kitchen?
And the big challenge is to have this industrial way, this business, together with love, with feeling. Because in the moment when I make the steak, like...
you don't care?
Don't care.
Like something like transaction?
Yes, it's not working.
Yeah.
Because this is how I learned to be a cook, to have respect of the vegetables, of the meat, of the fish, of the ingredients. And in this moment I have a harmony to work with this. This is something what you don't feel in this first moment, but this is the visit card what give me in my restaurant for my customer. This is starting from the first way, the respect for the ingredients. And the second is to make the plate with love and to give this to my client with a good feeling. This is the secret of a good restaurant. I tell all the time when somebody asks me, listen, why your restaurant is permanent full? I tell, because when you come here inside, how you feel? I feel nice, it's clean, it's great, it's good. This is the way. I'm not the best cook on the world. I'm not the best cook in Romania, without disputation. But I know what for ingredients I need to make you happy in a presentation, in a conversation. Because this is a feeling what God gave me like a talent. And this I use.
You have a lot of heart. Coming from Switzerland, how would you describe the Romanian taste?
The taste, like bunica făcut, like the bunica make, or like in the kitchen?
I don't know. Which was your first impression, and which is your impression right now?
The first impression is I don't go in a restaurant to eat Romanian food in Romania. I have so many friends what the grandmother cooked, the mother cooked, the family. This is another test, because this is a test with love. Here in the beginning was a very industrial business without a lot of good ingredients, was just making quickly money. Not all the restaurants. I had all the time some preferred restaurant in Romania where I go for Romanian food, because I love Romanian food. You can ask my wife, you can ask everybody who knows me. When I come back from Switzerland or from Germany, the first step in Romania with the car, I go to eat 3 mici, cartofi prăjiți cu muștar.
Yeah.
I love mici. Ciorbă de vacuță, ciorbă de burtă, mamalica, bambush in the north part is malai with bronza. It's my lovely food. My mother-in-law, she's a very great cook and don't love. But minimum 3 times by week she cook for me and for my wife. My wife go to take it and we eat it home.
That's really, really interesting. You have your own personal cook, right?
Yes, my mother-in-law.
Wow.
And now in this moment in Bucharest, we have 2 restaurants that are preferred for me for Romanian food. I'm a little pity they are not more. Okay, we have this industrial, touristic way, like Caragubere, like Hanuberarilo, Pereriahash. These are industry. This is not my way. Close to me, it's Hanuberarilo. He have a good beer. He have good mici. Fresh making cartofi prăjiți.
It's really close to your taste, right?
It's 5 minutes by foot. One time by month, I'm a client there on the terrace. It's nice.
Can you tell me? Let's think about this. If someone will came over here with a lot of money, being like internationally influent,
yeah,
what would be your and he would ask you to open a restaurant regarding the budget, what would you do?
I will make with him together a Romanian restaurant in the old style, how was cooking from the grandmother's side.
with like open fire or something like
Yes.
this.
I was in Bacău.
Yeah.
Bacău is the faraway, huh?
Yeah, it's like Moldavia, right?
Yes, correctly. I was invited from a friend of mine, and we was in a hotel, and the food was amazing. Really Romanian food. To the finish, I ordered papanaș, and I asked, listen, where is my papanaș? Listen, we make fresh. You must wait 20-25 minutes. Okay. The papanaș was amazing. And I tell, listen, can I speak with your cook? Of course, Jakob, come with me. And he take me in the kitchen, and I ask, who is the chef? There was 3 ladies. All 3 was over 60 years old. And all 3 tell, we are the chef. I tell, listen, but who? There was just nothing else like mothers who was there like cooks, what cook like in home. And this is for me, Romanian kitchen.
Yes, I also heard a lot of stories coming like this.
Yes, and when you come with a lot of money, I will give you this expression. Let's go in the north part to find 2-3 families what know to make cărți, to know to make murătură, to make jam și asta, and this you take with you and you make a storage in the restaurant inside where the people can buy this food what is making in the kitchen, and this is the food what you give him to eat. Like it's a circle, like it's a market in the restaurant inside with real Romanian tests, with the tomatoes what are coming now on the market, not from Holland, from Spain, from Greece. The tomatoes when are here in August, September, when the time of the tomatoes are here, with their like apple, they are succulent, they are sweet, sour, iute. They have all the aromas inside. Then I take the tomatoes, I blanch them, make them clean, and I make my own pelate for in the winter to make a good soup, to make a good sauce. This is what I will give him, because when money is not a situation, we have to invest. This is the way. What will be the success? We have full restaurant, the people are happy, and the money is coming back.
Really, really nice. I love to hear you speak and tell the stories. I'm also wondering, what is the difference between being a TV chef and being a chef in a real restaurant?
In the TV, I have nobody who test.
Nobody to test?
Who eat in the restaurant?
I don't know.
I make you an example. I have with Cătălin Fartayeș, I have my first TV show.
Okay.
As a bucătărie.
Okay.
This was an idea with a cook who don't know Romanian and with an actor who don't know to cook. It was a very nice edition. We make over 1.5 years. And I teach him to cook, he teach me Romanian. The difference is he know now to cook, he make 10 kilo plus, I don't know Romanian. Now you find out who is the better teacher. And after a time I have in TV1 this Romania CDC, was a morning show. And Cătălin Fartayeș was there the host.
Yeah.
And I have the idea was from him to open the frigidaire, and daily, what is new in the frigidaire, I cook 2 meals, like a gustare main course or the gustare dessert or the main course dessert, the mixed. And the telespectator, or the TV viewer, can make a photo from the frigidaire to put this in Facebook. I take this frigidaire, he have a premiere, and with his frigidaire I cook a meal. I do this the first day. Nobody eat my food. Just Cătălin, it's coming, take a plate and go. The second day, and after I tell Cătălin, listen, my food is not good. Yes, it's very good. Yeah, but why nobody eat? They have scare. Why? Because normal, this what the TV cook is not eatable, because it's not even make finish, it's not even spice it, it's just make it. Nobody have interest. Okay? The third day, I invite all the people to eat. Was a bullshit. From this day, I don't cook anymore for 4 people. I cook day by day for 10 people, and was not enough because all the crew from TV1, from the TV show in the morning, was coming to eat. Not even I have a plate for a photo because I was already eat it. This is the difference of a TV cook and a real cook. Because the most of the TV cook, they don't have his own restaurant.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, they don't have any experience in industrial cooking, right?
Yeah, Nikolai Tant is the only one who have a restaurant and is a TV. He don't cook in his restaurant, but he is an owner of this. In this moment, he know the infrastructure, how it's working.
Yeah.
I was with Antonio Passarelli. We was the only two cooks in this time on the TV who have his own restaurant, what was working because we work. He in Timișoara, I'm in Bucharest. But the people know this what we cook was eatable, was good. In this moment was also this what you can do in the TV.
Okay. If someone from the public wants to taste some of your plates, can we find them anywhere or something like this? Do you have like, I don't know, places where you cook for a lot of people, maybe some like events or something like this?
In the moment, no. I have one restaurant, but still have my recipe. This is in Craiova,
Yeah.
Epoca, wine and steakhouse. They have my recipe, they have my meat on the stone, they have my sauces. And we was 4 weeks ago, we was there to eat. It's still good. And there is now 12 years on the market, and it's 12 years one of the best restaurants in Craiova. The rest, this is another problem in our business. The chefs are moving very quickly from left to right. And each of the chef change something. After he go, he let it there. Another chef don't change it. And cooking in my style, it's an expensive way.
Is it more closer to fine dining or?
It have nothing to do with fine dining alone. Have to do with the ingredients.
Yeah.
My wife and me, we fight permanent about the price when we go shopping. I don't care this butter costs me 2 lays more or 2 lay less. I want this quality with 82% of grasime. But when you see you have butter, you have also with 60% fat inside. But this costs 30% less. And the most of the people go on the price. I go shopping on the quality. This means I have my supplier, and when I have a good product, I take the good product, I make the recipe, I make the calculation, and after I make the price. And my client know when this costs 120 lei by person, they know they have the best quality with the best soul of cooking.
Very nice.
This is the calculation how I work.
Very nice. Any future plans?
Yes, be pensioner. No, of course I have some consultings. What I have some ideas in my life. Okay, 64 is not an age. When I see my father with 64, he was an old man.
Just a number.
Yes, and now it's springtime for me.
Very nice to hear that. We also have like a surprise question.
Yeah.
It's like a card game. It's written in Romanian, but I can translate.
Perfect.
So be kind and choose one. Let me see it.
Dacă îmi fi obiecte de bucătărie ce ar fi și de ce. Okay, translate.
You know it. So if you would have been kitchen appliance or kitchen, I don't know, something from the kitchen, what would you be?
A knife.
Why?
Because the knife, it's the only personality object for a cook. In my time, the knife was, how I can, like a lady. A lady you don't share. You share your wife?
No, of course
Me
not.
also not. And this is with the knife. The knife, in my time, each of the cook have his own knife. When you don't have your knife, you cannot go to another cook to ask about knife. They love you. Listen, where your knife? I forget. Okay, staying home. And you have minus of the salary the day what you work. Nobody give his knife. Because it was his personality. Because you can imagine, a knife from Victorinox, what I use with me, costs 80 to 120 euro, a simple knife. When I take the big one, I'm to 200, 250 euro. This is a lot of money.
Yeah.
And for me, the knife, it's the only personal product. And for me will be when I can be a project in the kitchen, I will be a knife of a good cook.
Very nice answer. Thank you very much, Jacob.
Thank you, Radu, for invite me to your... Mulțumesc pentru invitație.
It was a pleasure knowing your story and your experience. Hope to see you soon, maybe to a larger podcast. Have
Of
some
course.
experience together.
Yes, and I'm very happy Restograf have a new face.
Thank you very much.